So hello guys, today let us start with collision. So when we understand the concept of particle collision, what do we exactly mean to say? Let us begin with the definition, or rather we can say let us take some examples and then the definition will be much clear to you. So when exactly collision takes place? अपने एग्जांपल लेते हैं कैरम का. तो आप अगर कैरम खेल रहे हैं, you have a striker and then there is a coin which you need to put in the pocket. तो आप एक इस तरीके से एम करके you strike it that the striker goes and hit the coin such that it enters the pocket. Similarly, if you are going through the classroom and you are leaving the classroom and the class ends and then everybody wants to erupt with joy and they want to leave the class, तो अब सब कोई एक साथ जा रहे हैं गेट के तरफ and then it happens that you collide with your classmate. So now exactly the theory of collision means what? So we mean to say that whenever two particles or two or more particles try to acquire same position at the same instant of time, collision takes place. So we mean to say कि अगर ये वाला particle कहीं जा रहा है और ये वाला particle कहीं जा रहा है in space, and if it takes a certain position and at that time this particle is not at that place, then no collision will take place. So whenever we say that two particles try to acquire same position at the same instant of time, collision takes place. So with this, let us start understanding more into the collision. So we are taking a case where a particle m1 moving with the speed u1 collides with m2 moving with the speed u2. Now for convenience, I have drawn these particles as circular or spherical in shape, but kindly keep in mind that they are only translating right now. They are not undergoing any rotatory motion. Moreover, the surface is perfectly smooth and the collision is taking place head on as we are understanding this type of collision. So now what exactly happens? For collision to take place, the particle u1 need to have speed more than u2. So that is, if u1 is greater than u2, then only it is possible that this particle is going to hit the particle m2, and then we will study the dynamics of what exactly happens. So now this condition is referred as condition of approach. That is, we say that these two particles are approaching each other or they are moving towards each other. इसको अपने और अगर समझें तो अपने ऐसा कह रहे हैं कि दो पार्टिकल एक दूसरे के तरफ भी जा सकते थे and then they collide at a point, the point where they try to acquire same position at the same instant of time. तो ये कहीं collision को एक तरीके से approach यानी कि collision के पहले यानी कि before define करता है. Now what exactly happens during collision? Now just at the instant of collision where the collision is taking place, that is the two particles just collides. So now they two are in a position when the deformation will take place. When I say deformation will take place, what exactly I mean to say? We mean to say that the object is made up of some material, and now when the two particles will collide with each other, they have a tendency to deform each other because the particle 2 is going to exert a force on particle 1 and the particle 1 is going to exert a force on particle 2, and these two forces are going to be equal and opposite to each other, and the total mass of the system is also conserved. We will come back to this point to come to conservation laws. Now this is the point where collision is just taking place. Now with this collision, the two particles are going to deform each other by bumping into each other. Now as they are bumping into each other, we say that the deformation commences. But this is not the point of maximum deformation. The deformation continues to a point where the two particles have actually come into each other, and this is the point which we mark as point of maximum deformation. अब इस point पे क्या होता है? M1 और M2 के अंदर एक reformation force create हो जाता है. That is, they want to acquire the same configuration which they already had because of the property of elasticity or by the virtue of the material, of the nature of the material. Now, the reformation will take place and the two particles will actually start going away from each other, and as they start going away from each other, they will be in a reformed state followed by the separation phase when the two particles have actually collided and now they are going away from each other. So we can say that during approach, we say that is a case of before collision, and the separation is a case of after collision, and everything else in between is what exactly collision consists of. So there is a deformation followed by a reformation taking place during collision, and a point where the two acquires a common velocity. The two acquires a common velocity which we mark as VC. Now, if we come to the conservation laws, कि अपने इसको solve कैसे करने वाले हैं, तो इसको solve करेंगे उसके पहले अपने एक चीज और देखते हैं. यहाँ पे अपने एक FT ग्राफ ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं. Whenever something undergo a sudden change in momentum, we say that the particle is under impulse. An impulsive force is acting on the particle. So if we consider this diagram, we can say that when the two particles collide, this is the point where collision actually commences, and then the two particles start undergoing deformation to a point where they are exerting maximum force on each other, or the point of maximum deformation is reached. So this area which I have marked with Z1 represents the force of deformation, or the impulse due to deformation which has occurred in the two colliding particles. Followed by this is an impulse of reformation in the two particles. तो ये हम लोगों ने Z2 से मार्क कर दिया है. Now if we calculate this ratio, that is impulse of reformation to the impulse of deformation, then we define a point which is regarded as coefficient of restitution. So impulse of deformation divided by impulse of deformation. So reformation by deformation will give us coefficient of restitution. Integration FR dt upon integral FT dt. So this is the form by which we define coefficient of restitution. So over here I can mark it as area Z2 upon area Z1. This will give us the value of coefficient of restitution. Now in obvious cases, in all the real life examples, the reformation is not as good as deformation. The impulse of deformation will remain and there will be some damage done to the particle. But in the ideal case, we say that the impulse of reformation is equal to impulse of deformation, and then it will become a case of perfectly elastic collision. So now, if we come to this point where the particle 1 is exerting a force on particle 2 and the particle 2 is exerting a force on particle 1, with the two being maintaining the constant mass throughout the system. When I say the system, so we are considering M1 and M2 as a part of one system. M1 and M2 as a part of one system. Then we can say that the total mass of the system is conserved and there is no external force involved. So we can say that momentum is conserved during collision. Momentum is conserved during collision, and we say that the initial momentum before collision is equal to final momentum after collision. And over here, if we apply conservation laws, then we can write this equation: m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equals m1 v1 plus m2 v2. For obvious reasons, we have everything in the positive direction, so that is why all the directions are positive. If suppose there is a case where m1 is moving in this direction and m2 is moving in the other direction, then we will place a negative sign over here, or if a similar case arises here, then we will put a negative sign somewhere there. Now let us come to another example. Let us understand this more. So if we say that there is the impulse of reformation is equal to the impulse of deformation, तो हम लोग कह रहे थे कि perfectly elastic collision हो जाएगा, यानी कि जितना डिफॉर्म हुआ उतना ही रिफॉर्म हो जाएगा. तो हम लोग कहते हैं पूरा का पूरा जैसा समान था वैसा का वैसा बन गया. Momentum is conserved. E equals 1. That is, there is no change in momentum taking place, no change in kinetic energy of the system. That is a case of perfectly elastic collision. One more case is possible, the other extent, that is the two particles collide with each other, they acquired a common velocity and then they never undergo any reformation. If they do not undergo any reformation, then the two particles will stick against each other and start to move with a common velocity. That is, this case will be achieved and this will be the final result of the collision. that is the two particles will fuse against each other and then it will be regarded as a case of perfectly inelastic collision. मतलब उस केस में रिफॉर्मेशन का वैल्यू जीरो है तो हम लोग कहते हैं कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन इज इक्वल टू जीरो. तो E का वैल्यू अगर जीरो हो जाए इसका मतलब ये हो गया कि दो पार्टिकल जो कोलाइड किए हैं वो आपस में चिपक गए और अब वो इकट्ठे ही जा रहे हैं और यही फाइनल स्टेट बन जाता है आफ्टर कोलिजन. So these are the two extreme cases, but in real examples the case is somewhat in between. There is an approach taking place, there is a separation taking place, and there is a certain amount of deformation followed by a certain amount of reformation taking place. Now let us talk about other conservation law. The other conservation law which will be applicable in all the cases of collision is energy conservation. So over here one thing must be kept in mind, that total energy is conserved in all the types of collision. Total energy is conserved in all the types of collision, be it any collision involved. So we have discussed over here three cases where we considered a perfectly elastic collision in which E equals 1. The impulse of reformation is equal to the impulse of deformation and there is no loss of kinetic energy taking place. And then we have the second case where the two particles bump into each other and then they start moving with a common velocity without having any separation left. That is, the two particles will stick against each other and move together without any impulse of reformation, where we say the coefficient of restitution is zero. That is a case of perfectly inelastic collision. So we have discussed the two extremes and then somewhere in between is inelastic collision. So in all the three cases we say total energy is conserved. Over here many students get greatly confused. उनको लगता है एनर्जी का मतलब हो गया काइनेटिक एनर्जी. ऐसा नहीं. एनर्जी कैन बी ऑफ वेरियस फॉर्म्स. हीट एनर्जी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, लाइट एनर्जी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, साउंड एनर्जी इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी. सो व्हेन कोलिजन टेक्स प्लेस इट इज पॉसिबल that the energy is lost in the form of heat, light and sound. लेकिन वो lost नहीं है, total energy is conserved. ये स्टैंजा जब भी अपने बोलते हैं यही स्टैंजा स्टूडेंट को कंफ्यूज कर देता है, बट प्लीज कीप इट इन माइंड दैट टोटल एनर्जी इज कंजर्व्ड. व्हेन वी से एनर्जी लॉस्ट वी आर टेक्निकली रेफरिंग टू लॉस ऑफ काइनेटिक एनर्जी टेकिंग प्लेस ड्यूरिंग कोलिजन, बट टोटल एनर्जी इज कांस्टेंट थ्रू आउट द कोलिजन प्रोसेस. दैट इज the energy lost will appear in the form of heat, light, sound energy, or we can say that the total energy is conserved in all the types of collision. Kinetic energy is not conserved. Kinetic energy will only be conserved in case of perfectly elastic collision. So this is the initial idea about collision, where we have tried to explain using an example, where we tried to explain that there is a case of approach before collision, followed by the case when the particles will collide, undergo deformation, achieve a case of maximum deformation, followed by reformation, and then the two particles will separate and start to move away from each other. Over here we have also drawn a triangle explaining the deformation and the reformation case, where if we calculate the area we will get integral FR dt, or impulse of deformation and impulse of deformation. The ratio of the two will give us coefficient of restitution. And then we discussed that momentum is conserved in the line of impact whenever collision takes place, because there is no external force involved and the total mass of the system is conserved. And then we also come to the point that the total energy is conserved during all the types of collision. When we say the energy lost, we mean to say the loss of kinetic energy that took place during collision.